Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I present to you Scrub Zero. Giants keep rolling, 5-1 now after the game yesterday against the Baltimore Ravens. A game in which the Ravens ran all over these guys. Oh dear goodness, it hurt my soul to see just how many times they ran and got big plays off of it. But when the Giants needed to make the plays to win the game, they were able to do so. Now, Mark Andrews, he was there. He was there, and he wasn't. He got us on some big plays, but he dropped some key ones too. He dropped an attempt that he dropped the pass in the end zone. Would have gave him 4 more points at that point. Well, I think at that point it was 10 all. It would have been 17-10, but he done goofed and they had to settle for a field goal. He went 7 for $1.06 and a TD, but left some on the table. They didn't really get much else in the passing game from anyone, because they'd be wild. Because their passing game isn't very good. But they went 24 carries. 24 carries for 211 yards. 10 for $1.19 from Drake, 7 for 77 from Lamar, and 7 for 15 for J.K. Dobbins. Dobbins didn't really do too much, but Drake had that 30-yard TD run in the second quarter. Honestly, I thought we were going to lose this game because when Justin Tucker missed I think it was like a 56-yard field goal. He missed that field goal. I'm thinking, all right, Giants scored. You got a short field. You got a favorable field. Get a field goal at least. You give yourselves an early lead. Now you can start. Now you can really set the tone in the game. Well, they do go 3 and out. They went 3 and out, and the Ravens scored on the following possession. Now the Giants did come back and score a touchdown of their own before the end of the second quarter, but it was depressing to see some of the things go on that went on. Didn't really get the run game going until the second half. The numbers weren't great, but they stuck with it. Saquon only got 6 carries in the first half, got 16 in the second half. They didn't get any big games from any of their pass catchers, but everyone did a little something to contribute. Bellinger had a touchdown in the third quarter in the end zone. Wan'Dale Robinson, before the first touchdown they scored, he got wide open and easy pitch and catch. Marcus Johnson had 2 for 25. Richie James got a little something. Got 5 receptions from the 2 backs, Breida and Barkley. It's not great by any means, but they're making the plays they need to. Jones, again, kind of just he's contributing, but he's not driving the car. It's 19-27 for $1.73. 2 TDs. Nearly had that turnover late in the fourth quarter. Oh my! If it wasn't for the penalty that called it back, that would have been game over. And yeah, he did take a fumble at the end of the first half, but that didn't lead to any points. So that wasn't the end of the world. And then third down efficient. See, this is really what happened. Why the Ravens ended up losing. Ravens were 4 of 10 on third downs. Giants 7 of 14. The Penalties 10 for 74 for the Ravens, only 3 for 25 yards for the Giants. The red zone efficiency. Oh dear goodness, the red zone efficiency. Ravens were only 1 of 3. They got to the red zone 3 times, had to settle for 2 field goals, got only 1 touchdown. A touchdown that was given to them, one the play shouldn't even count it because it was a delay of game, but it's whatever. The Giants went 3 of 5. They got to the red zone one more time, but that was to run the clock out. So they got what they needed to get done there. Otherwise, they had 4 of their attempts, 1 field goal, 3 touchdowns. Giants have been capitalizing in the red zone in their wins. That's what you need to do, especially for a team like the Giants. But I mean, the turnover battle was 2-1. The key thing with that is that the Ravens had the 2 turnovers late in the fourth quarter. Giants had their 1 turnover at the end of the first half, that didn't lead to anything. And the 2 turnovers led to a Giants touchdown and the clock getting run out. Giants are finding ways to win somehow. Honestly, this is the first pick with the Giants this year I got wrong, and I'm not mad at it because I picked them to lose this game because I thought they would, but they won. They pull it out. They played great as far as keeping the game within reach. They made situationally they didn't let anything get too far out of. For the most part this season, none of the games have gotten out of reach. It's just really the Cowboys game where they didn't run the ball, and had they gotten more runs, they doubled their carries from 15 from the backs to 30. It's possible I'm not gonna say it would have been guaranteed they would have won that game, but they would have. They would have had a better chance. But this is what the Giants have to do. They gotta stay balanced. They can't let they had 62 plays. It was 31 rushes, 31 passes, but really, when you really look at it, it was a lot of those runs started coming later. They were passing more early, but that's because they didn't get anything going. But they stuck with the run game. And then remember they took 3 knees. So when you look at it as far as plays that really got run, it was more so 31 pass attempts. They did take 4 sacks and 28 rushes. But they need to stay in about that 50-50. They can even be 60-40, but I don't want Daniel Jones passing 40 times. If he's dropping back and has for 40 pass plays, I do not like the Giants' chances. If they keep him, I prefer them to keep him under 30, but being at 31, having 31 pass plays isn't too bad. But yeah, that was that was an interesting game. Giants win again. They play the Jags next week. As for the Ravens, I don't know what they can really do at this point, short of changing the coaching staff, because every week it's something else. Whether it's either something from the offensive line, the running back, the quarterback, the defensive backs, it's just something, and then this is what happens when you start playing bad. One bad play turns to 2, 2 turn to you get 1, and then it's 1 turns into 2, 2 turns into 4. Next thing you know, you're losing games you really shouldn't have, but they haven't been able to close in the second half, particularly fourth quarter. If you just keep yourself in the game, keep yourself in striking distance. You can beat these guys. Lamar didn't have one of his better games. Like it would have been all right had he won, but that pick after the snap got away from him. He wasn't ready for it. Then he compounds the issue with trying to make a play, and he made the play for the other team. So still the offensive play calling is awful. It is awful. And then I had to take another look at that pass interference late in the game against their defense. Like, I mean, I saw the contact. I see where they would throw the penalty. I just don't know if I know why they threw it. They had a case. I just don't know if I would have thrown that flag. I'd have to take another look. But still, you put yourself in that position. And yeah, because if you don't leave it in the hands of the refs. Don't let the refs have something to say. That's the old rule. And yeah, they would have had a pick, but penalty knocks it out. You end up losing. You could have won 2017. You end up losing 24-20. It's crazy, man. But we'll see how the rest of the season goes for both teams. I did not think 5-1 was going to be a thing, but I'm not upset because we got a lot of our home games early on. This is already our fourth home game. So now we got two road games before the bye, and then into the meat and potatoes of the season. But yeah, those are just my thoughts. Saquon was Saquon, and Daniel Jones. I still want to punch him in the face for that play. Like, I'd be like something told me it was good. Like, oh my goodness, this is gonna end up bad. Luckily, it didn't because of the penalty. But oh my goodness, I still want to punch him. Just like, ugh. But we won. Jones was alright. Aside from that play, he was solid again. Like I said, he hasn't been spectacular. He's not carrying the team, but he's doing his job. He's contributing. He's done some driving. He's not the primary driver, but he's done some driving of the car. He's been a passenger more so than the driver, but hey, it's about winning. They still got a lot of work to do. They gotta get off to a faster start. They gotta find a better way to get this pass game going, and they gotta fix the run defense. They were doing good early on, but they keep getting out of position. Like, they're not playing the gaps properly. Like, whoever has the assignment to be the force guy, the cutoff, just when they should be going inside, they gotta fix the run defense. Same for the pass rush when it comes to contain, because and I know some of that's Lamar Jackson, but they gotta do a better job of containing these mobile quarterbacks, because it nearly cost them yesterday. Dear goodness, it nearly cost them yesterday, but they pulled it out. So we'll see how things go the rest of the way. I kept y'all here long enough. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Make sure you hit the like button, share the video, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of the posts. And until next time, I appreciate everyone for coming by. I'm Scrub Zero. I'll catch you on the flip side.